Have you ever had the feeling that something about the world just doesn't make sense? That the routines we follow, the expectations we accept, and the lives we live were somehow chosen for us long before we had the chance to choose for ourselves? What if the life you're living isn't the truth? What if everything you've ever known is part of a system designed to keep you asleep? At first glance, The Matrix looks like a stylish science fiction action movie filled with martial arts, slow motion bullets, and futuristic technology. But beneath its groundbreaking visuals lies a profound question that has fascinated philosophers for centuries. How do you know that the reality you experience is real? The story follows Thomas Anderson, an ordinary office worker who secretly lives a double life as a hacker known as Neo. Despite having a stable job and a normal routine, Neo constantly feels that something is missing. He can't explain it, but deep down, he knows that the world around him isn't quite right. Eventually, Neo encounters a mysterious group led by Morpheus, a man who offers him a choice that will change everything. The choice between two pills. The blue pill allows him to return to his comfortable life, forgetting everything he has learned. The red pill reveals the truth, no matter how painful it may be. Neo chooses the red pill, and with that single decision, his entire understanding of reality collapses. He discovers that the world he has always known is nothing more than a massive computer simulation called the Matrix. In reality, humanity lost a war against intelligent machines long ago. Human beings now exist inside pods, trapped in artificial dreams while their bodies are used as energy sources. The life Neo thought he was living was never real. It was an illusion. But this is where The Matrix becomes far more than a science fiction movie, because The Matrix isn't just about machines controlling humanity, it's about the invisible systems that shape our lives every single day. Long before The Matrix was created, the Greek philosopher Plato described a thought experiment known as the allegory of the cave. In this story, prisoners spend their entire lives chained inside a cave. All they can see are shadows projected onto a wall, because they have never experienced anything else. They believe those shadows represent reality itself. But when one prisoner escapes and discovers the outside world, he realizes that everything he once accepted as truth was merely an illusion. The Matrix presents this same idea in a modern form. Neo escapes the cave. He sees beyond the illusion, and suddenly he faces a terrifying reality. Freedom comes at a price, because ignorance is comfortable. The truth is difficult. This idea is represented perfectly through one of the film's most fascinating characters, Cypher. Unlike Neo, Cypher knows the truth. He has seen reality. He understands that the Matrix is fake. Yet despite all of this, he chooses to betray his friends because he wants to return to the illusion. Why? Because reality is painful. The real world is cold, uncertain, uncomfortable, and many people would rather live inside a beautiful lie than confront a difficult truth. The uncomfortable question The Matrix asks us is this: would we really choose the red pill, or would we choose the comfort of the blue pill? In many ways, modern society offers us countless blue pills every single day. Distractions that prevent us from questioning our circumstances. Algorithms designed to capture our attention. Social expectations that define success for us before we ever define it for ourselves. Endless entertainment that keeps us busy but not necessarily fulfilled. Without realizing it, we can become trapped in routines that slowly shape our identities. Wake up, go to work, expectation, and limitation without examination. Neo's journey isn't simply about defeating villains, it's about discovering who he truly is. Throughout the film, Neo struggles with self-doubt. Even after being told that he might be the one, he refuses to believe it. He constantly searches for external validation, someone else to tell him who he is supposed to become. But true transformation only begins when Neo chooses to believe in himself. He stops waiting for permission. He stops defining himself through fear. And in doing so, he transcends the limitations that once controlled him. Perhaps this is why The Matrix continues to resonate with audiences decades after its release. Because every person eventually faces their own version of the red pill. Moments that challenge their assumptions. Moments that force them to confront uncomfortable truths. The realization that the career path they've chosen doesn't align with who they really are. The understanding that a relationship has become unhealthy. the awareness that they have spent years living according to other people's expectations instead of their own values. These moments are frightening because choosing authenticity often requires uncertainty. It demands courage to the unknown without guarantees. Neo had no idea what awaited him after taking the red pill. He only knew that he could no longer continue living a lie. And maybe that's the most powerful lesson the Matrix has to offer. Freedom isn't simply the absence of control, it's the willingness to think independently, to question assumptions, to seek truth even when that truth disrupts our comfort. The Matrix doesn't provide easy answers. Instead, it invites us to ask better questions. Who am I beneath the labels society has given me? Which beliefs genuinely belong to me? What fears have prevented me from pursuing the life I truly want? And perhaps most importantly, am I awake? Because sometimes the prisons that limit us aren't built with steel bars or concrete walls. Sometimes they are built from habits, fear, comfort zones, and stories we've repeated to ourselves for so long that we've mistaken them for reality. Neo escaped the Matrix, but our own journeys toward awareness are rarely so dramatic. They happen through small acts of courage, speaking honestly, taking responsibility, making difficult choices, choosing growth over comfort, truth over illusion, awareness over autopilot, and maybe that's what being the one actually means. Not possessing supernatural abilities, but recognizing that no one else can live your life for you. No one else can decide who you become. The power to change has always existed within your choices. One decision at a time, one truth at a time, one awakening at a time. The Matrix remains one of cinema's greatest masterpieces because it reminds us that freedom begins with a question that each of us must answer for ourselves. Are you living the life you truly want, or the life you were simply programmed to accept? If you enjoyed this decode and want to explore the hidden meanings behind more unforgettable films, make sure to subscribe to Movie Decode. If this video made you see The Matrix differently, leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. And tell us, if Morpheus offered you the choice, would you take the red pill or the blue pill? Until next time, keep questioning, keep thinking for yourself. And remember, not everything is as real as it seems. He discovered that humanity was living a lie.